Hi everyone, I'm Sean.
And Jin.
A bit different Koreans. Guess where we are? Korea!
We are back!
Yep, after a year-long journey around the world, we are finally back home. To be exact, it took us 381 days. First of all, thank you so much to everyone who's been with us through our videos this past year, cheering us on and sending us so much support. It's the middle of summer here in Korea, and right now we are at a mountain valley. We call it 계곡.
계곡.
In Korea, people don't just go to the beach in summer. These cool valleys are also super popular for swimming and relaxing. Today, with the sound of the stream and birds in the background, we would like to take a moment to share what we have felt and learned through our travels. First, let's look back for a moment at the time when we filmed our Quick Korea video a year ago. Living in an endlessly competitive society, we had been running non-stop, so we decided to hit the pause button on life, putting our careers on hold to travel the world, take a break, and broaden our perspective. You can check out our Quick Korea video right here. And our past YouTube videos show the journey we've taken over the past year. Alright, so let's start sharing what we have learned. There are 6 big takeaways, and we'll go through them one by one. Number 1, traveling isn't as romantic as it looks. So honestly, there's no need to envy us. When we were working, vacations felt absolutely amazing. But when travel becomes your everyday life, like it did for us this past year, it's a whole different story. You constantly have to research logistics, which city to go to, what to do there, where to stay. It never ends. Of course, sometimes going unprepared leads to fun, unexpected surprises, but it can also put you in risky situations. After a year of going through all that, now that we're back in Korea, what we really want is to just pause and rest for a while.
Number 2.
The world is huge, but in a way, it's also pretty small. What I mean is, of course, every country, city, and community has its own way of living. So there are always new discoveries, and I really enjoy that. But when you actually go and see, you realize a lot of people tend to stick to their old ways and aren't quick to embrace new ones. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but if you only stay within the way you've always done things, your perspective can get narrower. You end up living in your own little world. For example, even in high-income EU countries, people still carry around heavy keychains to open the building entrance, their front door, and so on. For us, coming from Korea, where digital door locks are basically everywhere, it felt super outdated. Of course, there could be cultural reasons behind it, but more than anything, I think it's because they're so used to the system that they don't feel the need to change, even if it's a bit inconvenient. Number 3, we kept being reminded that the world we live in is broken. While traveling, we definitely experienced a lot of warmth, locals greeting us with smiles, showing kindness and hospitality. But honestly, the bad experiences were even more frequent. For example, we constantly heard people say ni hao to us, even though we're Korean, not Chinese, right?
Pastor Rai said ni hao to us.
Yeah, we got a lot of ni haos. That's not good. And yes, it's considered as a racist comment. In Lisbon, Portugal, Jean had her phone pickpocketed. In New York, her bag was stolen. Situations like that really chip away at your faith in humanity. And it wasn't just things directed at us as foreigners. We also saw how women, children, and ordinary working class people were mistreated in their own countries. All of it was a reminder of how unfair and broken this world can be. Number 4, happiness or unhappiness is really a choice. In the US, one of the richest and most powerful countries in the world for sure, we came across so many people struggling with drugs. Some city areas felt so unsafe at night that walking around wasn't even an option. But on the other side of the globe, In Laos, for example, one of the poorest countries, we didn't really see homeless people on the street. And in Denmark, even with heavy rain pouring down, people were riding their bikes home from work with big smiles on their faces. You could literally see happiness there. On the flip side, Korea is one of the wealthier countries, yet still has one of the highest suicide rates. In a way, that shows how unhappiness can also be a choice. So for us, we have decided we'll always choose to be happy. We'll always choose to be happy. Number 5, love, love, love.
Over the past year of traveling, we definitely had lots of fun and happy moments. But having my phone stolen in Lisbon and my bag taken in New York was a big shock. What was even harder was having to quickly adjust to new places all the time. And since most countries aren't safe as Korea, I often felt nervous and uneasy while traveling. Honestly, there were times I just wanted to stop everything and go back to Korea. But thankfully, God's protection and Sean by my side, I was able to finish my year-long journey.
Yeah, I felt the same. Before getting married, I used to travel solo a lot, but I always hoped that one day I could share all this beautiful nature with someone I love. Going through tough times together with Jean this past year really brought us closer as a couple. Number 6. We can't give up on Korea. And yep, that is our final conclusion. Over the past year, we got to compare Korea with so many different countries around the world. In the US, we saw safety issues tied to drugs and guns. In Europe, smoking in public and pickpocketing stood out. In some Asian countries, healthcare and hygiene were big concerns. Like we said in our Quit Korea video, Korea grew so fast that people ended up living in constant competition, which piled on exhaustion and kept many from truly enjoying life. That's why we thought maybe if we left Korea, we could live more freely. And that's what motivated our journey. But after seeing the world, we realized something. When it comes to overall quality of life, nowhere beats Korea for us. It's a place where you can walk home alone late at night and still feel safe, where you don't have to worry about your stuff being stolen, where you don't get forced to breathe secondhand smoke in public, where considering others is the norm, where you can see a doctor quickly and get treatment right away, and where you can raise kids without the fear of drugs and guns around every corner. This is Korea. So after 1 year of traveling the world, we came back here and we plan to settle down in Korea. As for what we'll do next, we probably won't go back to office jobs or chase careers like before. Instead, we're planning to start something new, a business.
Wow!
Our business. We'll reveal more about that step by step, so stay tuned. That's it for today's reflection on our year-long journey. In the next episode, we'll finally share what so many of you have been really curious about. How we managed to travel for 1 year. We'll talk about all the details, so stay tuned. See you in the next video. Bye bye.